We can form a single united body, while the enemy must split up into fractions. Oh, I didn't notice you had come in. Well, since you're here, we should have a little chat. See, this FTX is coming up, and the MS3s and MS2s are going to be operating together. So it's really imperative that we establish some sort of standard operating procedure for hand and arm signals, stuff like that. So this video is to help instruct you on how we run things with our hand and arm signals. So if you want to follow me, I'll show you what's going on. Let's go! Alright, we're going to start today talking about hand signals that we use normally with the MS3 class. Alright, we're going to cover such things as halt, freeze, forward, double time, head count, and a series of other ones that we use all the time, going from everything from normal LDA crossings to the rare occasion that we come across an IED. So, stick with me, and we'll go through them all one by one. In order for Fall FTX to run smoothly, it is imperative that we establish certain standard operating procedures, or SOPs. For those who do not know, SOPs are created by a unit and are issued down to every soldier in order to promote a standardized uniform, method of maneuver, or, in our case today, a standardized method of silent communication. A key thing to remember when you are giving hand and arm signals is to make sure you use your non-dominant hand. So for me, I am actually right-handed, so anytime I give signals, I use my left hand. But for the purposes of this video, and for the room I've got here, you'll be seeing me use my right hand for most of these. The first two hand and arm signals that we're going to talk about are halt and freeze. Very important to know the difference between these. Halt is this. It is your hand up, raised, palm open, alright, fingers extended. Freeze is a fist in the same position. Now, the difference is, halt tells people that they just need to stop where they're at. Okay, stop where you're at, take cover, stuff like that. Freeze means that you stop where you are. If your foot's raised, you keep it raised. Next, we're going to cover forward. Real simple. Bring your arm back, fingers and thumb extended. Make a sweeping motion forward, over your shoulder, and to the front. Next we'll cover double time. You should all know this from PT. Make a fist with your hand, raise it above your shoulder, and just like you're trying to get a truck driver to honk a horn, pull that sucker down, extend it back up, and pull it down again. So, the proper hand and arm signal for a head count is this. Simply tapping the top of your head. Alright, next we have map check. Map check is like you're holding a map in front of you. Take a finger and push down into your palm. LDA, real simple. It's almost like you're cutting a line across yourself at a slight diagonal. Repetitive motion. For a rally point, simply make a circular motion with your hand in the air, and then when you get to the object, you point at that object. So if it's a tree over here, I'm going to say rally point, that tree. Make sure the guy behind me sees it. If I receive a rally point signal from the person in front of me, I'm going to make sure I take note of where they point to. Because it's not that they're just doing this, it's the object that they point to. When I get to that object, I'm going to do this, and then point at the object. Alright, enemy contact, real simple. Got your weapon in your hand, alright, you're down to the low, ready, patrolling, you see the enemy, weapon up. If you can, if other people don't see you, you might be like, hey, you know, tap your buddy. Make sure that he knows, but keep that weapon on the enemy. Alright, for a short halt posture, real simple, just take your hand and act like you're pushing down on some imaginary force here. From a short halt posture to a long halt posture, it's the same motion. If you want somebody to get into prone, give them a little one of these, like you're patting your dog on the head. Cease fire. Real easy. Mr. Miyagi type stuff here. wax off. No, don't fire. Cease fire, alright? To tell somebody to get up, it's the opposite of short halt posture or get down or get into cover. It's palm up and you just push up. When you're moving in formation, sometimes people like to get all kind of close to you here whenever you're walking through the woods. So if they do that and you notice it, just tell them to push out. Have your palm facing away from you and towards them, and just act like you're pushing them out. Alright? Don't actually push them, just act like you're pushing them out. Just like telling somebody to push out, you can also tell them to bring it in if they get pretty far back there to where you can't really keep track of where they're at. So that is palm inward, facing towards you, and you close the gap. For a wedge, file, line. Both arms are extended out. It's the only way to really do it. Kind of sucks because you got a weapon, but sling it and give it the line. Stagger column, or your modified wedge, whichever term you prefer, as if you're moving down a road and you got a guy and then a guy and then a guy. Alright? Real simple. Take your knife hand and you're cutting a carrot. Cutting a carrot, alright? Back and forth. In case we come across IEDs during this FTX, the proper hand and arm signal is to take your fist, like this, a little power sign here, alright, and you're going to explode it out, alright, just like a little mini explosion. Your fist is exploding. Alright, if somebody does one of those things, you've all seen it in your Hollywood movies and stuff, where guys like, alright, if you actually understand what they say, the best thing to do is give them the I understand or I'm good sign. That is a thumbs up.